Hey, Life Youth families and parents and Life Youth volunteers. I'm going to be posting this video on both the Life Youth Facebook page as well as the Life Youth Volunteers Facebook page. I realized I have not communicated to you yet this week on some things that are unfolding, and I'm also joined by my dog. I don't know if you remember seeing the devotional that I did, but can you see the resemblance from my drawing? That's She looks exactly the same. That's Tilly. Tilly, there she is. So she's joining me on this fine, hot Saturday afternoon. Wanted to give you some cool updates and maybe even get your feedback actually. So I talked with Shay Rhodes, our intern, to talk about this upcoming fall because obviously we don't have anybody hired just yet. We're hoping to as soon as possible, but we want to make sure that that process goes smoothly and that we follow all of the necessary steps because we absolutely want to make sure to get the right person for that role. So, a couple updates. We had narrowed it down to 3 candidates. We had an interview scheduled for this last Wednesday, but Tuesday night, one of the candidates called me and just felt that he was not at peace with moving forward, which I totally understand. And so he just felt a call from God to remove himself from the process, so he did that. So now we're down to 2 candidates. We interviewed somebody on Thursday morning and had a great conversation, and I had a panel of people. Some student questions were represented. We had a parent. We had 2 volunteers. We had Shay, our intern, and so had a great conversation for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then we have another one scheduled for this next Monday, and looking forward to that one as well. And then we'll determine, if we want to add in a third candidate, if we feel the other 2 are not necessarily the right fit. But we're just going to take our time with that, because there were some other candidates in the process that I thought maybe we could take into the next round, but I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to, and really wanted to hone in on just a couple. So there are some people that I could call up and re-engage in the process if we needed to do that. So I wanted to give you that heads up. Right after that meeting, Shay and I discussed the possibility of re-entering in the building. We're already talking about that as a whole church. But we're trying to figure out what would that mean for you guys, for youth. And so one of the things that we're thinking of is I would create a devotional video, just a real short devotional, put it on our YouTube page. And then we thought about the possibility of having you come to the building on a Wednesday night, but then being socially distanced, just in your small groups. You would watch the video together, which would be hopefully no more than 10 to 15 minutes. And then discuss the small group questions that we would provide ahead of time as well. So you could at least start to come together as small groups. Excuse me. And then we would have all of the safety protocols in place as well. So right now what's happening is Shay's going to be reaching out to you volunteers to assess your comfortability with that, as well as your availability, because we want to know who's returning. And who's planning to be a small group volunteer again this year. So Shay will be in touch with you soon, but just wanted to prime the pump here in this video as well. If you're getting this video and you've never been a volunteer before, but you're interested in being a volunteer, would you reach out to either me or Shay, and we'd be happy to meet with you and talk through what it means to be a LifeYth volunteer. So I think that is it for my updates. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're getting some clarity on what your fall is going to look like in terms of school. I know there's a lot going on. There's a lot of up in the air. There's a lot of unknowns. And so I'm praying that you would experience God's peace in the midst of this, and that He really, I guess, just comforts you. And we know that the Holy Spirit's job is comforter, and we talked about this on Table Talk Thursday, just this last Thursday, that word comforter is not just sort of that warm feeling, sort of a warm blanket. There is part of that, but it's a comfort that comes with power and strength. So I'm praying that the Holy Spirit would strengthen you through His comfort today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.